Let's go, pal.
And everybody's going nuts. AMGA! Fallout 4! And now is when the reviewers decide to be all critical and point out little things. Be like, well, they think they're cool because, oh, a game like Fallout 4, of course it's not perfect. Everybody expected us to be giving it a 10. You've been doing it the whole year, everybody. So I played Fallout 3 for all of 14 and a half minutes. So all the comparisons I make for Fallout 4 will inevitably be to Skyrim and to other modern-day first-person shooters. Sorry, it's just how it's going to be. And if you have not played any other Fallout games, this is basically Skyrim plus Half-Life. It's got that same kind of look as Half-Life, you know, like all the dead trees and grass everywhere. And there's shooting and it's guns, but it controls a lot like Skyrim. Like, it's got that super tight, precise first-person movement where you're like, back and forth. None of that camera smoothing bullshit. None of that realistic animation bullshit. I've heard people say the animation looks really stiff and unrealistic. That does not matter. If good animation compromises the precise control, you know, someone slowing down and stopping like it would be in real life, then don't do it. I don't care how wonky it looks. That character better stop moving when I take my thumb off the stick. And it does, and that's good. Now, it being a Bethesda game, it comes with a whole slew of givens. For some reason, Bethesda gets away with releasing games that are buggy and look old, and nobody else does. And you know, when the trailers and the gameplay footage was coming out, everybody was all like, oh, the graphics look ugly, including me. And there are people in the comments and the posts and the threads who are all like, I don't know what everybody's saying. The graphics look amazing to me. Are you blind? Is the only other game you've played Tetris? Fallout 4 looks 10 years old. It runs in 1080p, but you wouldn't know that because the texture resolutions everywhere are so horrible. The lighting's pretty good, and the world itself, you know, it's kind of pretty. It's got this, like, deady wasteland look to it. I haven't experienced enough of the game to really, like, fully comment on the art style. But look at that log! Oh, no, I'm looking from far away. The texture on that, like, the shingles on that roof look good. That does not. And then the people who go, oh, gameplay over graphics. And those are the people you should just take your hand and just and the facial animations. Ha! What facial animations?
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
You owe me.
Nope.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll give you my chest full of emeralds just as soon as we're out of this mess.
God damn it.
First it was the ghouls in Lexington, and now this mess.
It's a cruel world.
You think I don't know that?
No,
The things I've seen. The things I've done.
I mean, at least their lips match the words. Sometimes. Well, if their lips aren't matching what they're saying, at least the subtitles are matching what they're saying.
Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Oh, okay, never mind. I did have things where a character asked me a question, and I had a response, and my response had nothing to do with what the character just asked.
Hey, Codsworth.
Sir, the missus and young Sean, they aren't here.
Happy? This whole thing was a waste of time.
And I know it sounds like I'm shitting on the game, and I am, where it deserves it. And I'm not saying the game was lazily made. There's clearly a lot of love and creativity going into this game. Like the little Fallout Pip-Boy animations, you know, they have like those, in BioShock when you got a new plasmid and there was like a little like 60s cartoon showing you how the plasmid worked? Fallout 4 has a bunch of those for like the different skill trees, and it's really nice. But when I was first playing this, I'm like, yeah, the game's okay, but I mean, I don't see what's so special about it. I'm not really feeling any of that Skyrim magic yet. I don't see anything near worth what everybody's going all hyped about. And then I played a little more and I found a fedora and a Tommy gun and I'm like, oh, I look like a gangster. I did my best to make my character look like me. I'll let you decide on how well I succeeded. And it is a lot of that Skyrim exploration. You wander off in one direction, you find somebody, and you shoot them, and you take all their stuff. And it's fun. I haven't actually done all that many quests yet, and I've really only dabbled into the gun customization and like the house crafting yet, so I can't say much about that. The game looks old. Like, if it at least hit 60 frames per second, I would say, okay, fine. The graphics are outdated, but at least it hit those technical standards that we are expected of. But since the game looks ugly and it runs in 30 frames per second, and you see the reload on that shotgun, it's really stiff and choppy. Like there's like 3 kind of images that are quickly strung together. It's just like, it's making me wonder where all the processing power is going. And if you start sprinting in a direction for too long, you'll start losing frames. And I mean, like, technically, the game is a mess. Game's a mess. Like, look at this gun, okay? Here is some footage of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which came out like a weekend ago. And yeah, I know, Call of Duty's a level first-person shooter. It's not an open world, but still. The lighting and the detail on this gun versus this gun, it's like 3 generations apart. That's ridiculous. Like, someone would be forgiven for walking into the room and thinking, oh, this looks pretty good for 2007. Oh, this is the new one. Oh, this is Fallout 4. But that aside, I am having fun. But the more I play it, the more I feel like it's Skyrim with guns. And that's not dumbing it down, that's just kind of explaining it. It's Skyrim with guns. It really is. I really like the music, and I just like walking around the world and shooting people. I find myself preferring the realistic, like, 1950s weapons, you know, the double-barrel shotgun, the revolver, the Tommy gun, as opposed to, like, the weirdo Fallout future weapons. But it still uses Skyrim's awful save system, or lack thereof. Yes, you can save whenever you want, and really it should be like that in every video game. At the same time, it does not sensically autosave when it should be autosaving. Like, how about when I discover new locations? How about immediately before I get in combat, so if I die in combat, I don't have to redo the last 2 hours of things I did. Yes, you can set it to autosave on your Pip-Boy, but sometimes you don't open your Pip-Boy for an extended amount of time. And the Pip-Boy HUD itself, I mean, I like the style of it, but it seems like the map could be taking up the whole screen when it's confined to this little box. And moving the map around is annoying. It's like you have to drag the cursor to the corner of the screen. You can't just locate the map. And you can't zoom out to see the whole map again. Really, people. Maps. Is it really that hard? When you're in these little dungeons killing people, these indoor maps are so messy. There's so much going on. Like there's all these little details, and like, that's a terrible idea. It should be showing the wall, it should be showing pathways, you know, corridors, stairs, and doors. That's it. I can't see shit here. And holy smokes, Bethesda, have you ever heard of something called Field of View? But while we're on the concept of go-to PC features that would be nice if we had in console games, rebindable keys! Yes! Thank you! Sweet! On PS4, you can rebind the control scheme to whatever you want, and that is amazing. That should be mandatory. But at the same time, there's 2 actions that are tied to the same button. Talking to people and picking things up is the same button, so you're constantly accidentally stealing things when somebody you're trying to talk to moves to the side. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, come on! And you can't give it back and be like, I didn't mean to. But those are just a list of negatives I want to get out so that when Bethesda's CEO guy watches this video, he'll be like, oh, and these are all the things that he'll patch. Yeah, I am enjoying the game. I am going to keep playing it. There is nothing hugely wrong with this game. This game it's not The Witcher, it's not Metal Gear Solid. There isn't something completely broken about it that makes the whole experience unforgivingly unpleasant to play. But on the whole, I'm liking Fallout 4, and I'd recommend it. You should probably wait for a patch, and they fix all the crap. But there's definitely plenty of good here to warrant the purchase of a game. Don't worry, I will review the game in its entirety in like 3 months. Thanks for watching, goodbye, and God bless.
Something you need? If you're not a customer, you're trouble. So what'll it be?
Gonna pass.
Boring. Come on, Gus, let's go find some more rats to shoot.